welcome back to my channel. It is the end of February. I don't know where this month has gone. I have no idea how the short month, I mean, it's a short month, so it goes by a little bit faster, but I don't know how the month has gone by. And today's a bit of a rough day. I did go for a run this morning. It was a much shorter run than I mentally wanted it to be. It was more of like a shakeout run. I think it was like 10 or 15 minutes. It really wasn't long because I'm getting my period soon, like pending any day. And I thought I would have enough energy to do that. I thought that I would feel good. I did not feel good. Newsflash. No, I did not feel good at all. I actually have a migraine now. I think it was kind of there before, so I'm not going to blame the run. And if you have migraines or you've watched my channel, I talk about how sometimes fitness can actually help my migraines. Other times it can hinder it. So I'm not upset because I do feel as if I knew it was coming on. I think this one is very much hormonal related. I always get migraines before my period. So we're going to be easy today. Today is about taking care of this, mind, body, soul, because yeah, I'm just like really, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling my best. I can't believe the month is over. I don't know where my mind has gone. I know where the time has gone. Like if I look at the calendar, I understand. So I'm going to be intentional today with taking care of myself, ending this month feeling good because March is going to be a busy month. You know, we're going to be a quarter of the way through at the end of March, which maybe I shouldn't be thinking about the time frame. I think sometimes I'm too fixated on time and not enough on just like being present. But you know, I have been working on being present, especially in February, and I definitely was when I was away in New Orleans for the weekend. If you caught that vlog, I didn't do the best job of vlogging, and I apologize for that. It was definitely harder just because of like weather, traveling with friends, terrible lighting in New Orleans. I don't know what that is about, but everywhere was just like very dark, dim lighting. And as much as I understand how to do lighting on this camera, I was like, I don't think I can get good lighting here, but I was present. So that actually was like kind of a bit of a win in terms of like I was forced to be more present, even though I was already actively trying. But that leads me to, obviously I'm going to be doing my monthly mood board. If you're new, I do a monthly mood board for each month. And by I do this, I mean I started this year, so I've done it twice. I've done it for January and February. I'm going to do it for March. Instead of trying to do like a full year of intentions, I'm breaking it down month by month and being kinder to myself. Instead of setting like unrealistic big goals, I'm working towards the goals each month at a time and trying to be a bit more intentional with things like spending more time at home or taking care of my body more or just being more present. So setting those intentions per month. So that means I've cut out all of my little pictures for my mood board, and I get to journal about things that I am looking forward to in March, but I'm also going to do my reflections for February. Obviously, I'm going to share them with you, but I honestly might make a coffee. It is a little bit after my run. I came home, got on my computer, and just got lost on my computer and emails. So it is actually like midday now. So I feel like I need a coffee again with the migraine. The caffeine can help or can hinder. So let's find out. Let's just see what can happen. And as you can tell, I did not really do a lot of makeup. I just wanted to add just like a little color. So if I see myself in a mirror, I don't go, oh my gosh, what is going on? So it is that look good, feel good mentality that I'm going for. And also just taking care of myself. I think I'm going to read today too. Let's see, but let's get that coffee going. been working on my little scrapbook, my yearbook, and I love doing this. It really has helped me just slow down a little bit and not feel like I need to like speed through goal setting or anything like that. It actually just allows me to slow down, ask myself these questions like properly, and then get a little creative. I love that I use this notebook that is just like a random notebook. It's not really a real journal. It feels a little bit more authentic. I hate to use that word, but it does feel a little bit more authentic. Like it doesn't feel as structured, which gives me a bit more freedom for flexibility. So I have picked out my moods. Some things that I really want to focus on for March is getting outside more. I know I talked about going to third spaces, which I started doing in February. I've been going to the library. Obviously, I love a coffee shop, but I don't think that third space is like my favorite in terms of working. So I want to just explore more third spaces, doing things that I normally wouldn't do, I guess, because I am a creature of comfort. And I can end up just like falling into a routine of simplicity and just the easiness of like going to the same place and doing the same thing and not changing things up. So I do want to get outside more. So I obviously put something, life starts by going outside, which I do think is relatively true, but I also think it's really important to spend more time outdoors. I think you get more creativity when you're outside. You're not just stuck in like a small room, small ideas, that sort of concept. And then now that the weather is nice, I want to start to really romanticize my morning routine again, like getting back outside for my morning walks, enjoying them, not like trying to rush through them because it's so cold or rainy. And I know I'm saying so cold and it's like really not that cold because it's LA, but I don't like going out for a walk and coming back in and feeling like chilled. Like I want to feel, I guess, just like neutral. So leaning into my morning routine, I want to try to switch it up. Again, I think it's something that I have fallen into a consistent, the same thing every single day. So I'm going to try to change my morning routine. I might do a video this month of like 5 days of mornings, like Monday through Friday. So if that's something you want to see, let me know. But I do think that having a bit of a routine, maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays are the same, Mondays and Wednesdays, something like that. So I have that consistency and that anchor, but I also have a bit more flexibility and I'm pushing myself to try different things. And, you know, March, it's spring cleaning, so different things like that that I really want to kind of lean into. You know the drill. I will drop some of the like graphics for these intentions in the like community page. I don't even know what to call it, but like I'll post it on the community page so you can see it on my profile, my YouTube profile. And I'll also put it on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should follow me on Instagram at Ofori-Attah because I'll put them there so that you can also use these intentions. And then of course, reflections from February. I think the biggest one for February was just being present, which like I said, I would say I did succeed in doing that. And I've been working towards my goals. I've been running a bit more, getting back into fitness post the chaos of January. So I feel like my goals from February were achieved. And doing this makes me just feel like I'm a little bit more in tune with myself, what I'm needing, where I want to be putting my energy, where I've been putting energy maybe in not the best places. And I think like friendship and connection is a big theme for me in the month of March. I'm going to be seeing some friends that I haven't seen in years. So I'm very excited for that because it's harder when a lot of my friends don't live in LA. Like the lifelong friendships that I've built, very few of them are in LA. I think only like 2 are in LA. The rest are in Toronto, Canada, Vancouver, East Coast, Canada. So it's a bit harder to have that like deep connection when we're not physically together. So having that to look forward to this month feels like really exciting. And just being intentional with those friendships, the way that I was intentional with rest in January, and the way that I was intentional with being present in February. So it's about being intentional. I'm going to say it one more time. It's about being intentional. Okay. Now that I have done this, I feel productive. I'm going to do a little bit of work because I have some more emails to end the day with and just make sure things are like tidied up. And then I'm closing these blinds. I'm closing these blinds and I'm going to read a book, maybe put my ice pack on my head because this migraine is really testing me. It's really fun to be tested through this. So let's see how it goes for the rest of the day. You know, again, being intentional, giving myself the rest and relaxation and not feeling guilty about it. Something I'm always working on. just knocked out last night after starting to read. My migraine got just not great, in all honesty. And I forgot that I actually had to take an injection for my migraine. So it felt very fitting that I had a migraine the day I had to take my injection. So I'm trying this new medication that you take monthly injections, and I should see probably in another month from now. It usually takes 2 to 3 months, my doctor said, before you would notice a difference. So I'm really hoping in the next month I will see a difference, because yesterday was not a fun day. I truly just like could not function. Michael brought me home a smoothie. He was out, so that was like such a little treat just to be like not feeling well. I don't have a lot of appetite when I have a migraine. I do make myself eat just because I know I need nutrition. So it was nice to have that, read, and then honestly just like lights out for me. So being kind to myself still today. I just wanted to do just like a little, I usually don't do this. Actually, I don't really put eye patches on that often. So these are a Shiseido eye patch. They're not cheap, but I do swear by them. I think that they are great. So I wear these from time to time. And I think when I haven't been feeling well, like especially from a migraine, I feel like my eyes are just so much darker. So this always helps me feel better. I have a bit of a busy day, so I'm just like mentally preparing myself for the day. I have like lunch with a friend, and then, you know, the usual stuff. So again, it's about being kind, maybe, you know, reading a little bit this morning before diving into everything, and just like listening to my body, which I'm constantly trying to do, and I feel like it's always telling me different things. So it's kind of going with the flow, I guess. Got home to the best mail day. I feel like everything just came on one day. I got all new dishes from Fable, which I'm so excited for, because we've been living here for 3 years in this apartment, and we've kind of just like pieced dishes together, and it's been okay, but a couple of them have recently broken, and I was like, okay, I think it's time that we invest in like a proper set, especially with having friends coming over more and like hosting. I want to just have better dishware, in all honesty. And so I know part of my like resolutions, intentions of the year is to like have a more cozier home and invest in my home. And it's perfect timing, because all of these dishes came from Fable. Like, look at these little bowls. I can have my morning yogurt in these bowls. They're so cute. And we got the matching like dinner set, bowl set, salad plates, and even some drinkware. So honestly, it feels great to just like have a fresh set of everything. Like, let me see. These are the glasses, which are just like classic. You really can't go wrong with just like a little tiny, and then I have the tall ones as well, but these glasses are so great. I do believe that they're not supposed to break. I keep seeing ads. Obviously, since I was on Fable, I keep getting ads for them now. So I do think these would be good for me, because I tend to drop things from time to time. So I'm just unboxing all of this stuff and then trying to figure out how to get it all down for the recycling. But it is super exciting to just be able to have some new things for the home. I was just out for lunch with my friend Alyssa. We had not seen each other in such a long time, and it was really great to catch up. I have a variety of work that I need to do later, so this feels like a nice little mid-afternoon pick-me-up of unpacking all of these. So I will show you when it's all like set up, and when we cook our first meal. I'll show you when we cook our first meal on them, because I think that's when you know you really love it. You're like, okay, this looks like super cute right now, but once there's food on it, I do the plating. Michael obviously is a great chef, but we will make sure that we put these to good use. I also think I'm just going to put everything in the dishwasher, because they are dishwasher safe, which is amazing. And they're actually all made in Portugal, which, you know, for me, as someone who tries to shop more sustainably or like slow brands, knowing where and how they're made is really helpful. And I just feel a little bit better about that. So I'm excited to break them in and enjoy them. And then another package came. I love this brand, Berga. I've been using their like phone cases, and you probably have seen it because I think it's like a speckled, I wouldn't say it's a cow print because it's not really a cow print, but it's like a speckled print phone case that I've honestly had I've gotten a new one every time I get a new phone. So I'm actually changing the print because I've had the print for so long, and I got the matching AirPods Pro case. I know I've talked about that in my like what's in my bag video. I just like having a case on it. I think it also helps when you go anywhere that other people have AirPods, because unless you got yours with the initials on it, which I did not do, then it's hard to know which one's yours rather than just like the case is on it, you know. It also goes back to what I like updated as my cover photo for YouTube. I have like some horseshoes. So this is the little AirPod case. You can see obviously it's horseshoes. I'll show you the phone case because I think it'll be easier to see, but I'm super excited to have the phone case. Look how cute. So again, just something different. I do love horseshoes. I think the color is super nice and they're super durable. Like I said, I've had these cases for a while. I'll link this one, and then the other one that I have that I just here is this phone case. So you probably have seen this one a lot, but I will link those below because yeah, I would say that they have a lot of prints. There's a lot of different designs, but I am excited to have this one, and it's like very heavy duty in terms of like it's not getting ruined when you drop your phone. Like it's going to protect your phone. So I'll probably put this on my phone and switch it up and enjoy having a little bit more luck. So yeah, it feels like a really good mail day. Just feels like everything came at once, which definitely not mad at, and it gives me a little excitement to get to work in a little bit. It has been another longish day. Yesterday was good, and today I feel like the energy and low energy from having being in my luteal phase realistically is just like catching up to me. I do think I'm going to have my period tomorrow. The cramps, I usually get cramps for a few days before I get my period, so they're getting worse, which usually means things are happening. And I realized that March is Endometriosis Awareness Month. I have endometriosis. I've probably had it my whole life, but I was diagnosed 13 years ago, and I probably should talk about it. So I'm going to talk about it at some point this month a little bit more in depth, just to obviously raise awareness, and anyone that is navigating it will understand just the challenges. And then even if you aren't navigating it, maybe this will help you just understand people who are going through it and support friends who are going through it. But I really wanted to talk about books. So I had a pretty chill day. I did some errands, as you saw. I went and got myself some flowers. Honestly, I think I might just start doing this when I'm in my luteal phase, is treating myself to a nice bouquet, because I think that it adds a little brightness. So I picked up some flowers. That felt like so lovely to be able to do that for myself. And now I have been reading on the couch and kind of in the dark because my head still is not great. It felt better yesterday, oddly enough. I think the weather was better. And then we're expecting rain at some point in the next couple of days. So I'm just thinking that on top of hormones. So I've been reading, and I want to catch you up on what I've been reading because I've been so good. I would have to say that gamifying my reading on Fable, which if you haven't started using Fable, it's an app similar to Goodreads. Probably better. I'm going to say it's probably better than Goodreads. I would highly recommend it. And it honestly just gamifies it because it reminds you to like mark that you read today, every day. And then it shows you how many days you have read in a row and different things like that. And also it has gamified reading, as in it's given me a little dopamine hit. And I hate to be like, oh, I need that dopamine, but it has helped. So in February, a short month, I finished 2 books. No, finished 3 books? Maybe I finished 3 books, which I think is pretty crazy. So I obviously was on the, fourth wing. So I did the second book, which was Iron Flame, and then I had to catch up and read Onyx Storm, which I just want to know, when am I going to stop thinking about Violet and Xaden? Like, when will my brain just let that go? Like, every day I think about them in some regard, in a way that my brain thinks that they're a TV show, or like there's a TV show I can just like put on the next episode, when in reality I have to wait 2 years before the next book. So that's how I feel. I would say if you have read fantasy, you will love Fourth Wing. If you have not read fantasy, this is definitely a good 3-book series that will become 5 books. But the first 3, it's like a slower intro to fantasy. I think it's much slower intro to fantasy than the Court of Thorns and Roses, ACOTAR. I would say this one's an easier intro because you don't get right into fantasy right away, which is ACOTAR was like straight into fantasy. So for me, I definitely enjoyed that. And then I read the book called 4 Legs, which I told you I would update you on. I wasn't obsessed with it, but it felt so good to get out of the fantasy realm. It was a little bit of one of those like Inception where, okay, I'm not going to give it away. There's a little bit of Inception in it in terms of like the book, real life, different things like that. But I did enjoy the exploration of sexuality with the author and women in their 40s, and then also women going into menopause and like discussing that in a book, which I don't even know if I've ever read a book that discusses that. I know we don't discuss that in general in society. So to hear that in a book felt really interesting. There was like a lot of like playfulness in some ways, a bit of escapism. I don't know. It was definitely good. Like if you're looking for something to read that's not fantasy, a little bit different, that actually just gets you thinking differently, I would recommend it. And then I have started reading Demon Copperhead, which has come highly recommended. I have cried 3 times since reading it, and I'm only like a quarter of the way through. So if you want to read this one, prepare yourself. But I have a few friends that said this is like the top of their list. So that is my reading update. I could go on, but I'm not going to. So you should just follow me on Fable. If you don't, I'm trying to be better and like actually put in my thoughts on things that I've read there. So I don't have to like word vomit here for 12 minutes because I could go on. And I'm just gonna read some more. So I just took off my very light, almost no makeup to reset my skin. I'm just gonna do a little bit of moisturizer right now. That is basically the plan for the rest of the day, is just to unwind. I will catch you up on all things that I'm doing for March. Follow my intentions on the community page post on my profile here on YouTube. You can also find it on Substack and my Instagram. I'm gonna make sure that they're on both. So you can, wherever you are, if you're here, there, or anywhere else, I will make sure that my March intentions are shared so that you can use them as well. And if you haven't subscribed, now is a great time to subscribe, and I will see all of you on the next one. Bye.